let's imagine we've got our GPS. And I believe the way the GPS works is we're meant to be at home, not only with our GPS, we're meant to be at home with many different facets of our life. I'm going to use this here. So, home. GPS, home. As I said, it's a guiding power of spirit. It's where we are really meant to be connected. So, we have our home. And so our physical realm, we're meant to be connected. So let's imagine we got our GPS and we're connected with our cord, with our wire. So the physical realm means I am meant to be at home in our physical body. A lot of times we don't think, but we're meant to be at home in our bodies. We're meant to be at home with awakened senses. You know, our senses are there to awaken us. And we're meant to have this man come sit in this chair.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what does that mean we're meant to be at home? Because this is how we interact with the world, with our five senses. We're meant to be at home. So let's imagine we're at home with our physical body. And then we're also meant to be at home with our emotional selves. Because our emotional selves teach us about our internal state. There's I love the poet Rumi. And Rumi says, he says, God turns you from one feeling to another and teaches by means of opposites so you can have two wings to fly, not one. And so our feelings teaches us about opposites. How can you have courage if you don't have fear? No fear, there is no courage. You know, you have to have courage to have fear. Pleasure and pain, resonance and dissonance. And resonance and dissonance is a very important part because you start resonating. Now some of us have different type of, we're gonna feel more at home in different aspects, which I'll cover a little bit later. But let's imagine, okay, at home, I feel at home with my emotional states. I have an awareness, an acceptance of my emotional states, and I can manage my emotional states. Wow, I'm hooked in. There we go. And then what else do we have? After our emotional states, we have our mental state, because our mind is supposed to, we have an inquisitive mind. It's supposed to take in information that processes information, that helps us focus. It helps us exercise our will, because we're all meant to be at home in our mind as well. So, okay, look at this. GPS is coming in. It's sending signals to our body. It's sending signals to our emotions. It's sending signals to our mind. And then what else? Our relational home. And so, okay, I've got my relationships. Because really, don't we start to connect with other people through our heart? And if we're not at home in our heart, in our relationships, how can we connect with other people? So imagine the GPS is sending energy through ourselves, okay, and now I can be more relational. I know who I need to contact. I know who I need to talk to. Like, you're all here for a purpose. You're all here for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but if you really tap into your GPS, you'll discover what the reason is. And as you get connected, then you have your expressive voice. And so, in the expressive voices, is that we have a right to speak and be heard, to share what's on ourselves, to share our vision, to share where we're at. And this is what we're also meant to have our voice. And so I'm going to show you, we're going to finish today with a process that we hook into all these things so that we can actually manifest quickly what we want. But we can't manifest quickly if I'm disconnected with all these things. And then lastly, of course, we need our intuition. And intuition is about having vision. If I don't have vision, if I'm not able to dream, if I'm not able to have insight, how on earth can I use these processes? Now, all of us do get disconnected at some point or another. And all of us have some aspects of our lives that we are more connected than others. Can you kind of relate to that? You might even see, you know, I'm not as connected with my physical self, you know? Again, let's take a look at this here. Imagine you come here and then you start disconnecting. And I'll talk to you a little bit about the process, and this is the stages of awakening that I've kind of understood. And I've been a psychotherapist for 35 years and had the benefit of working with countless individuals and to understand this process of transformation, how people change and the process that they go through, and realizing that we all get disconnected. And sometimes we're just walking around with a GPS and we're not connected to the other parts of our lives. And we're kind of wondering, I wonder, why am I falling asleep in life? I'm falling asleep. And I don't really know how to connect with people. I don't even know what to say. I don't even have a vision of what I want to do. And somehow my mind is just so scattered. And the emotional self and the physical self, oh my goodness.